Hey everyone, JSD Cool here, and welcome to another episode of Coolcraft Season 3. Now, in the last episode, we spent about a week attempting to get the chunks loaded. No, attempting to make this gigantic hole here. Thanks, Chunks, for finally loading. And then in the end, we quickly built up this farm as a little bit of a footnote at the end of this video. But since then, it's been over a week, actually, since I built this farm. Or has it? Yeah, it's been well over a week since I built this farm. And it's actually been running continuously. And my alt account here has been just AFK up there continuously. And it's actually on the server computer, so it's not even on my computer. But as you can see, we've gotten tons of redstone this far. And of course, we filled up my glass bottles, gunpowder, and glowstone storage. But today, guys, we are going to be moving on from this and doing a little bit of work over back at the base. Also, in between episodes, I think I did a little thing where I built a path here straight through the mountains from the perimeter all the way back to essentially where my base is, so if I die in the perimeter and I respawn back at my base, it's not a pain to get over there. I can just walk straight there. Also, if I for some reason just have to get over there without an elytra, it's possible. But today we are going to be working under the storage system here, and we are going to be building a super smelter because if I'm honest, I'm tired of just AFKing at this piece of crap right here to get stuff. Takes like 10 minutes to get even like a few stacks of items. So yeah, let's I guess hop into a replay of me building that then. Build this. And this super smelter here is a kind of a new variation of the design that I built kind of for the past 2 seasons. So at the end of season 1 I built a design that was well, same amount of furnaces and that sort of type thing. I built that towards the end of season 1 after bamboo was introduced into the game, and I designed a better super smelter than the one I previously had. Then in season 2, I tried to build the same one I built in season 1 very early on in the season, but I had an issue where I had space constraints in my base, and the thing was too long, so I had to bend it and rearrange some of the redstone. So this season, what I did is I just completely rebuilt the machine from scratch in creative mode. And while it's the same general process, the redstone over here is a bit different. Obviously, there's a bit different stuff here. And also the biggest difference is that it no longer uses zero ticking bamboo water streams to distribute fuel, and instead it uses a minecart hopper here that will just get filled up with fuel. Speaking of which, you might remember a while back I built some kelp farm over this way, and I did a whole bunch of AFKing at it for a while to fill up the chests there. So now I'm going to go spend probably an hour moving the fuel from the bamboo farm over to the super smelter. So yeah, we'll see you then. Alright everybody, it's all finished now. I have completely fueled up, or finished fueling up all the furnaces here. And in fact, This here was pretty much all. There is still a bit of kelp from the hoppers over by the kelp farm, but I took all the kelp out of the kelp farm and dumped it in here, and yeah, this is all that's actually left in terms of kelp. I'm actually just go get to that chest there. Yeah, not much kelp is left actually. So yeah, just generally this thing takes a lot of kelp in storage, but now hopefully I'll be able to plunk is 1, 2, 3, 15 shulker boxes of sand in here, and be able to just get out 15 shulker boxes of glass down there, and not use that much fuel. It's going to use a bunch of fuel because it's obviously 15 shulker boxes, but it hopefully won't break the bank in terms of fuel. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go do now. 15 shulker boxes of sand. Was that a successful smelter? Although there was a couple problems that I faced down here, mainly that I unloaded the chunks at least once during the running of this, and the minecarts all kind of started to pile up, which was a bit annoying, and I had to stop it and restart it for that. But besides that, there was a couple different changes that I actually ended up making here, because it didn't work perfectly as it did in the creative world. So first of all, I'll put these hoppers here so that if the minecart has anything left over in it after it finishes going through here, because apparently there are some minor differences in survival or on this server compared to the creative server, you know, it just drops all the stuff back off and pipes that back into the chests. But then also I added this little jingle here that plays when you press the start button. Yeah, pretty cool. Well, yeah, besides that, that completely worked. Well, but now, on to something a bit different. There we go. This very cool statue has been constructed. It's been a while. And now this place up here is pretty much complete. However, I have a few problems with the base as it currently stands. And we'll talk about this thing momentarily. But primarily that the nether portal and bed is all the way over here. And if I want to go sleep or leave my base, I have to come all the way over here towards the slime farm, which is not ideal. So now that I've built the statues, I have an idea for how I will be solving this. And simply that is, I'm going to use the statues as a way to actually get underneath the storage system here, and then we're gonna put a room or a few down here where we're gonna have the nether portal, we're gonna have the bedroom, and we're gonna have all that stuff underneath the base here. So yeah, guess I better get going on the entrance and exits via the statues thing. Alright guys, got a little bit of work done here. So I built a platform here underneath the main thing, and I put in the methods for getting up and down from the bottom floor of the storage system. So here, simply walk in here and move off this way. Now as you can see, come right out of Dirty Cool here, and as you can see it closed up behind us there. And if we want to go down, we press this button here, hop in here, and we're down. Now I got some more work to do to actually build some rooms and stuff down here. Alright everyone, I'm done for now with the underneath area here in the base. So you start by dropping down into here. Probably should have started upstairs, but anyway, you drop down into here and then you're into here. You can come in here to where the nether portal is going to be. You can go out here if you want to fly out to the outside of the base, because so far that's what this is going to be. Eventually this will be expanded into other stuff, but for now this here is the landing bay. I might put some stuff around here for that. Then you can come over here to go to the exit here. As you can see, pop up here, come out of the JRD Cool statue up to the whole storage system, and I can also come down here like so. And then back here behind the whole nether portals is where the bedroom is. This is all I have for a bedroom so far. I mean, decorating is not really something that I'm planning on doing right now. I can work on that later, but for now I just wanted to get this up and running. So yeah, now I'm gonna go and come in here, light the nether portals, and then I actually gotta go place some, place the nether portal in the right location in the nether, because our current, well, this will link up to the current portal, but the current portal is not exactly in the right location, and this one linked up to the roof portal. Okay, that makes sense actually. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, this does mean I actually have to make a portal in the correct location, and that one links back to here still. Yeah. Right, now that I've connected up the nether portal, I have to do a bit of work in the nether here to make this new nether portal connected to the system. So it's mainly digging out a large area here and also spawn proofing it. So got some got some glass here to do just that. I guess I'll be back. Alright, the nether area expansion here is done. As you can see, I've actually opened this area up quite a lot, but I actually used far less glass than I was thinking that I would be using. I should just place that button there. So yeah, as you can see, I've deactivated this portal here. I actually put some carpet right there to prevent mobs from spawning. And yeah, now I'm gonna go into the overworld and deactivate that other nether portal, and now this is officially our nether portal. So yeah, gonna do that quickly. Alright, so I have deactivated this nether portal here, and now the nether portals link to this, so to the portals over here in this base. Somehow that portal up there still links to the base down here, but whatever, that's fine. What I need to do right now, besides apparently nudge this minecart a little bit, ooh, and apparently place some torches over here because I didn't realize this wasn't spawn proof. Anyway, okay, what I need to do right now is that this farm here, this is not a farm, this what am I calling this? The super smelter here has had a couple issues for me so far. Mainly that every time I leave the area, all the minecarts get kind of bunched up and the whole machine breaks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up some nether portal chunk loaders in this area here to load these chunks while the machine is running. So if we pop down to the instant mine area, right down here, you'll see that I've already set up the portal frames here. Now I just gotta set up the corresponding portals on the nether side, and then also light these, get redstone running to them to drop items into them. But yeah, that might take a little while. Alright guys, I have been hard at work making the super smelter be less sucky when I'm away, or at least so I'm thinking is what's gonna happen, as I haven't actually tested this yet. So I made this redstone line that comes down from the activation point of the reload system up there, that goes all the way down to the bottom of the world. If I go over to these beacons, whee! Ow, that actually hurt a lot. It comes all the way down here, and then activates this little chunk loading system right here. So if you don't know in Minecraft, you can load chunks on the other side of a nether portal by sending an item through the portal. And if you catch that item on the other side and send it back through, you can then load this side of the portal. So this system essentially does that. So we have a hopper clock here, which is activated by this pulse extender, which is activated by the super smelter up there, which will then activate these 4 nether portals to load the chunks on the other side and here in the overworld. Now I have tested to make sure that this actually works in terms of loading the other side, and it does, because I was able to come over here into the nether, and there's a piece of netherrack here. Anyhow, so yeah, I was able to stand here in the nether with no other account loading my storage system area and have items still popping through these portals here. I also have these minecarts here just in case, as I was having some item loss potentially issues with some of the droppers on the other side, and it looks like the minecart hoppers did actually help. So no, yeah, I'm not gonna actually physically test this thing, and fingers crossed the minecarts don't break when I fly away. Alright everybody, unfortunately the chunk loading grid didn't quite work out as well as I was hoping. The minecarts did still end up getting bunched up somehow, and I'm not exactly sure how, but I'm wondering if this chunk here gets unloaded. I'll actually have to quickly go check that. Actually, give me a second. Alright then, never mind, this chunk is correctly loaded. But anyhow, I think I know a way to prevent the minecarts from at least bunching up on the corners like here. That is simply to make it so there aren't actually corners. Because what really happens is the minecart gets stopped after it goes around the corner. And once that happens, other minecarts hit that and bounce back. So what I'm essentially going to attempt to do now is to essentially make it so the corner is just a sheer drop that it can't go backwards from. This should hopefully fix the issue once and for all. Fingers crossed. I guess I also need a block there for this one. So then we just break this. Yeah, hold up. Let me just do this off camera. Okay, I made the changes. And by that I mean, yeah, as you can see, these rails are now elevated and there are no actual normal rails in the system. He just straight drops down onto more powered rails. This should hopefully make it so that the minecarts can't bounce back and must continue along. So I guess I could go try and smelt more stuff, you know, waste a bit more fuel. Well, I guess it'll just be smelting that I don't have to do in the future, so yeah, I guess that's gonna be nice. Alright guys, I'm proud to say that this latest modification to the super smelter has actually allowed it now to work when there is no player around. I didn't realize that just fixing it so that minecarts didn't actually have to turn corners and could just drop down onto tracks would actually do it. But yeah, now the chunk loader actually works properly. The whole thing smelts when I'm not here because I just put something onto smelt and then I logged off of the server to go do other stuff. I came back and this thing was done and these furnaces were just finishing cooling down because and they were cooling down specifically because the chunk loader turned off before they finished running out their fuel. That's fine. So yeah, this super smelter is now very successful. Although apparently there's still stuff that's coming in. Interesting. Alright, I should probably now talk about this. So, basically, this storage system here looks incredibly weird and ugly just floating up here in the middle of the air right now. And plus you can kind of see through it. So what I've kind of been thinking of and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to have, like, all this stuff down here on the ground, and that's actually going to end up being underground, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to build an artificial ground above this entire area and probably make Enderman destroy the underside of this in the process. But what it's essentially going to be is it's going to be like this giant hill that ends up having its top at the storage system here and then all of a sudden sinks down into the storage system. So it's going to look like I dug into the ground to build this storage system instead of just built the ground up on top of it. And so what this is here, this is the first bit of scaffolding that I'm making here for this new ground layer that's going to go on top. And I'm going to build a whole lot of these, and then I'm going to do some interpolation between the different points on all of these things that I built to make a nice cohesive ground layer. Although I feel I might do some of this off camera, but I also might want to do a bunch of this in a live stream, because that seems like something that would be fun to do on a live stream. But yeah, besides that, I think in the next episode what I actually want to go do is not this, but actually want to go get like an ocean monument going. And another world eater around the ocean monument. So yeah, that's going to be a bit of a task. But yeah, besides that, I'm going to have to say thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the Discord linked in the description. And I will see you all in the next episode of Coolcraft Season 3. Bye!